Yep. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for attending the meeting this evening. I can confirm that this meeting has been live streamed to the public via YouTube. We are undertaking the meeting in accordance with our standing orders. There is no programmed fire alarm this evening, so if the fire alarm does go off, please leave the room by the designated route and meet outside the Chinese restaurant. Please turn your mobile phones on silent or off for the remainder of the meeting. Should you need to take a phone call, please let the chair know and leave the meeting and take the call. The protocol for voting is holding the hand up for a approval, same for an objection, same for an abstention. Can all councillors confirm they've received the documentation? Yeah, all confirmed, thank you. Right, to start on agenda item 1, was there any public participation?
None booked in.
Thank you. Apologies for absence.
Apologies from Councillors Stannard, Moore, Phillis and Turnwell.
Are there any declarations of interest tonight? No. Okay. Item 4 on the agenda is to consider the meeting minutes of the Planning Committee meeting of the 3rd of September. Those have all been sent to you and received. If there's no objections to them, can I have a proposer, please? Seconder? All in favour? It's carried. Are there any matters arising from the meeting minutes of the 3rd of September anyone wishes to discuss at this meeting? Brilliant, okay. Chairman's report, item 5. The only thing I have to report at this meeting is we've sent a complaint to the Planning Inspectorate regarding the 800 units at the football club, basically to do with the neighbourhood plan criticism that took place on that. Also, Horsham District Council, I understand, have also made a complaint and are undertaking a judicial review. I've no other matters to raise under the Chairman's report. Item 6, Executive Officer's report.
The application for DC 250606 in respect of Rowan 2 Mile Ash for the change of use of existing swimming pool to allow mixed private and commercial use will be heard at the Horsham Planning Committee next week. Details of our objections are covered under item 11. We are booked in to speak in objection to this application and Councillor Haddon will attend and speak on behalf of the Council. We have noticed a number of applications recently have come in which have required amendments to the application description. We are going to continue to monitor the situation and alert HDC if the issue continues. The online recommendation submission form is now live and details are being sent out with each new planning application recommendation. Please start to use the online form, but I will run a training session after the next planning meeting to answer any questions about the new process. That's all.
Okay, thank you very much for that. And thank you for attending the meeting next week, Erica. Item 8, highways, drainage, street lighting, etc.
7, correspondence.
So, correspondence, yes, sorry. Item 7, correspondence.
We have received a DMMO application from West Sussex County Council for paths running parallel to 2 Mile Ash from Cortland Wood. The application is dated 2021, but there does appear to be a large backlog and this has only just reached the investigation stage. We have also received an email from a resident that has claimed that our submitted response to DC 251165 is factually incorrect and misleading to decision makers. We are liaising with the relevant councillor to provide an informed response.
Thank you very much. Item 8, highways, drainage, street lighting, etc.
The TRO submission for the speed limit change along Worthing Road will be submitted next week, as we now have the support of all the local schools and the County Council of Jupp. Road sweepers recently cleared Worthing Road and we are now chasing West Sussex County Council to ensure the drains are now unblocked. This was scheduled for cleaning in July. They've had a new contractor on board, so things have been slightly delayed, and I was then retold it would be completed before the end of September. The council has submitted its response to the A24 Worthing to Horsham and Dorking Transport Improvement Survey, and councillors are invited to submit their own responses before the deadline of 27th of October. There is also an interactive map which you can use to highlight areas of concern, and we have also done that based on our written response to the survey.
Thank you. Item 9, neighbourhood plan.
Just to update you that I have had a meeting with Squires just to understand kind of the next appropriate steps with the neighbourhood plan review. So we are producing a report which will be circulated and presented to the neighbourhood plan consultation group. I've yet to schedule a meeting, but once the report is finalised, then I will schedule that meeting, circulate the report, and following that we will provide updates to the planning committee on the next steps and how the council can proceed with Southport neighbourhood plan.
Thank you. Item 10, new planning applications. DC 231210, Councillor Pearce.
Yes, that's obviously I went through this with Jeff Phillis, and there's no objection.
Okay, thank you very much. Can I have a proposer and seconder for that? All in favour? Okay, that's approved. DC 251434, Councillor Everard.
I went to them. There was no one in when I was seeing there. From what I can see on the plans, there isn't any major, well, certainly nothing external that's going to change.
Right.
They're only doing something internal. I was just trying to see what it was, but as of yet, I haven't got hold of them, so I can't say definite, but I don't think there's any problem with it.
Okay, we'll defer and delegate that one. So if you come back to Justin or the executive
Yeah,
officer,
I'll
and just with
get
some
hold of them just to
report on it.
confirm it.
Thank you. Right, DC 251438, that's with Councillor Moore.
On the screen.
We can do, and then we've got his report in as well.
Yeah? Okay.
Did you want us to read the report out?
Yeah,
or-
please, yeah.
Yeah, or bring it up on the screen?
If you bring it up on screen so everyone can see what it is.
Okay. Would you like to look at the block plan first?
Yeah,
or?
yeah, the block plan I think would be useful on that one. Because of certain changes that are going to happen in the devolution, some of the ones where we haven't got a councillor present, we might have to take a look at the application. So we're just testing it out tonight to make sure that we can actually do that.
Here we go, sorry. So, proposed conversion, a garage, covered storage to office study. This unit here.
Yeah.
I can zoom in a bit more. If I go back to the portal, they have got existing and proposed floor, roof and elevations. We'll check that, which they've kindly scanned in. These are the existing plans on the left. And these are the proposed changes. So a door, window are the main changes. It seems like the east elevation is not changing. So yes, the main changes are to install a window and a door to the south elevation. Councillor Moore's recommended comment was no objection. The application is to amend the use of the detached garage to an office study storage area. In the front of the garage are 2 off-street tandem parking spaces. The applicant states the garage is not currently used to park a vehicle. S&P 14.2 refers to the removal of a garage the application does not fit the criteria. The change in habits, reworking from home, will require additional space. I believe the application demonstrates this. The alterations are to the garden-facing side and comprise of a door and window being installed, and thus no impact on neighbouring properties.
Okay.
No objection.
Okay, well, I'll propose no objection. Can I have a seconder on that, please? All in favour? It's carried.
Can I just ask a question? Sorry.
Yep.
I missed it before.
Can you put your mic on, Eric?
I don't know whether it's relevant or not, but would a non-severance condition go with that? Because it's...
They're not allowing non-severance conditions anymore because they've been appealed on a number of occasions.
Oh,
and,
okay.
they, if it's what they're saying in the revised local plan and in other plans that are coming up, if they intend to make an application which would involve a conversion of a unit to residential, it would have to be solely on an ancillary use to the building. If they tried to then move it into another direction, it would require another planning consent, which would automatically be refused. So they would say the non-severance clauses aren't working
Fair
at the
enough.
moment, so
Thank
they've
you,
been appealed
thanks.
previously. So, DC 250524, Councillor Villis.
This does not come directly under Southwater, it actually comes under Shipley, but because it does affect Southwater residents, I asked Councillor Villis to look into this application. This is for Buck Barn services, and it's the removal of the drive-through element to the existing restaurant and station, and the provision of further facilities. Councillor Villis has listed no objection, but he's asked for the following aspects to be fully considered. The size increase to the site will undoubtedly increase the amount of traffic joining the A272 at the junction near the A24. This area is already very busy, especially during the summer with coastal day trippers. Serious delays and congestions already occur, and this is before an increase in the overall footprint of the property. The pinch point onto the A272 is a concern for traffic safety. There is no change in access or egress to the site. Highways are requested to consider the impact of this. The increase in noise and traffic for the people living in the bungalows will be greater, and this could be unacceptable. An environmental noise survey should be carried out.
Okay.
So, on the screen right now, you will see. I'll move this. So I can't make it any bigger. This is the current layout of the site. So this unit here is the what was Texaco M&S shop or co-op, whatever it was. And then the McDonald's is here. Cars enter in from here through the traffic lights, but they can also enter directly off the A24 on the slip road, where the car wash is. So they're seeking to improve the site with this proposed plan. So the slip road coming off the A24 leads to a roundabout where access to the increased services can also be taken from the same entrance and exit that's currently being used, with some additional landscaping and 2 new units, and the car wash is being relocated to this part of the site on the top left corner, with adequate parking throughout from the looks of it.
Thank you very much. Since Councillor Villis isn't here, I'll propose approval to the no objection. Seconder for that, please. Thank you. All in favour? It's carried. Okay. DC 25144 and DC 251494. I'm deferring and delegating those to.
I've not got 1462.
Sorry? Oh, so he's got
That's
another one, yeah,
next one,
sorry,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, yeah. 1462, it's another Councillor Villis one.
This is the erection of a single-storey outbuilding. We later received an amendment to the description to include for staff accommodation to be occupied in conjunction with the main house. Councillor Villis has suggested an objection based on speculative development. No adequate space allocated as building is in the main garden of the house under SNP 10.2. No car parking spaces for the two-bedroom bungalow are mentioned, SNP 4.1 and 4.3, over intensification of the site.
The proposed annex is in the bottom of the garden, somewhere around here. Sorry. Switch to a different document.
There is a plan in there.
If we go to the block, just go to the block plan first, which is situated at the base of the garden, and looking at the actual floor plan of the proposed building. As a small, essentially a small dwelling at the bottom of the garden. Or, I guess. Essentially a two-bedroom. There will be no access other than through Greenacres property. No additional access. Sorry. Coming back to the photographs. That's the east.
A lot of the photography is showing adjoining properties and their outbuildings.
Oh, demonstrating a precedent's
Yeah.
been set.
Thank you for that. I think there's been enough on there. I propose the Councillor Villis's objection. Could I have a seconder for that? Councillor Pearce, all in favour? All in favour or not? No, okay. Anyone against? The objection? Yeah, you're saying yeah. Yeah. Okay. Right, okay, two applications, DC 25-1444 and DC 25-1494, both for Beckley Stud. Going to defer and delegate those because it needs a lot more information on that. Councillor Haddon has looked at them, raised quite a few items that need to be checked. And we may have to issue some enforcement notice, so this one won't be discussed at this meeting. DC 25-1236, 9 to 13, Foxes Close. I don't think we need to bring that one up actually because it's replacement of windows, and it only requires planning consent because it's a block of flats. If it was a house, it wouldn't require consent at all, but because it's more than one residential unit, it requires planning consent. So I think with no objection on this one, so I'll propose no objection. Seconder? All in favour? Thank you, that's carried. DC 25-1446, construction of a agricultural building. Again, Councillor Villis. We'll take a look at that one.
Portal's really slow today.
I think block plan, if you've got it.
Their website is going to go down on Sunday for maintenance work, so no planning applications will be accessible. So this could be to resolve the slowness issue.
Proposed block plan, yes.
Yeah.
Just turn that over.
Doesn't show a lot, does it? Councillor Willis is recommending no objection because it's an agricultural building. It's well off the road, so I see no reason to take that any further.
This is the
Proposed
outline.
agreement with Councillor Villiers has no objection. Have a seconder, please. All in favour? It's carried. Uh,
1489.
Yeah, 1489. Councillor Pearce.
Again, I did this with Jeff Ellis. No objection. This is just an extension of the existing porch.
Okay, fine. Could I have a seconder for that, please? All in favour? Carried. Any abstentions? That's okay. DC 251511, Councillor Everard, single story extension, front and side.
That's what I was just quickly looking at.
It'll be mic on.
Sorry, that's what I was quickly looking at when I saw that, because I didn't recognise it, and I've just had a quick look, and I've missed that
Oh, right,
completely.
okay.
So I
We'll
will
defer and delegate. You let the
I'll go and sort that out in the
Yep.
next week.
okay. It's got a. Need to have it back by the 16th of October.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, item 11, new planning applications for consideration with a deadline prior to the meeting. DC 250606, Councillor Hatton.
Yeah, it was the same objection that we objected to
Speak.
before. Same objection that I objected to before,
Okay.
and obviously I'll be speaking.
Right. A proposer for that, please? Or seconder for that, because you're proposing it. All in favour? Carried. Objection. DC 250908, Councillor Turnwell, erection of a new dwelling. Oh, right, I'd like to see this one actually, if we could pull it up. Oh, right, thanks.
Whilst we're just bringing the details up for that one, I can tell you what Councillor Turnwell has recommended. He has recommended objection. This proposal is on land designated as local community space under SNP 6. However, it fails to meet SNP 6.2, which is development proposals affecting local community space will only be supported if the proposed development improves the existing use and community value of the space. SNP 6.3, essential small-scale utility infrastructure may be permitted where there is no alternative location, and it will not detrimentally affect by the development. The proposed development does not meet the criteria of essential infrastructure and is likely to detract from the community space value of the space. The site contains 6 mature oak trees, all of which have tree protection orders. The submitted arboriculture impact assessment recommends removal of 2 oak trees, 1 of high quality and 1 of moderate, and pruning and root protection on the remaining 4 trees. This raises significant concern regarding the encroachment and long-term viability of the remaining trees. The report itself acknowledges that the removal is unlikely to be supported by the LPA without compelling justification. This development fails to meet SNP 18.1. Development proposals should produce measurable enhancements to the treed environment to ensure biodiversity net gains. Where existing trees or an area of woodland is to be lost, it must be replanted with a tree or new woodland for greater environmental value on a site or elsewhere within the plan area. The proposed removal of protected trees and limited scope of meaningful replacement within the plan area are in direct conflict with SNP 18. The development would have a negative impact on local residents, particularly those living in the adjacent cul-de-sac. Visual obstruction from residents existing in the cul-de-sac and loss of pedestrian footpath used by residents living further along Woodlands Way. These changes would reduce accessibility and diminish the community's enjoyment of the space, further undermining the intent of its designation under SNP 6. The area is regularly used by local residents, children riding their bikes or learning to ride their bikes with their parents, and children playing football. This area clearly provides the residents of the area with an open space to play safely and is greatly valued. The introduction of a driveway at the junction also causes safety concerns for children crossing the roads, especially with the removal of the footpath. The development would take up a large amount of green space and prevent the residents from freely enjoying the community space in the way that they do currently.
Thank you for that. We need to keep an eye on these applications. It's recommended for objection because it's land that was sold by West Sussex County Council in 2021. It's going to become more common that areas of land get sold off by county councils and by district councils with the devolution situation, when the devolution situation moves forward, because if the parishes don't take the land on, it will automatically go to the devolved authority, or unitary authority, and can be sold off without any rights or restrictions that the parish would impose on them. So I think I'm proposing that this is an objection to this. Can I have a seconder for that, and I'll comment a bit further. All those in favour of objection? Thank you. Carried an objection. We've got a situation moving forward that these areas of land can be sold off, and obviously West Sussex County Council didn't deem to put a covenant on there that would stop any development. The problem the developer's got is there's obviously an electricity main that runs underneath there, and the electricity board, South Eastern Electricity Board, have got the ability to go anywhere they want to within that site and dig holes in it. So I think they've caused themselves a problem. Again, we will get more of these cropping up, and where parish councils don't take on the land, it's more than likely that the unitary authority will sell them off quite quickly after taking control. So can we write to the Legal Department of West Sussex County Council, inform them that any land within Southwater that they are selling off before the unitary authority gets put in place, that we're notified of it? Thank you for that. Thanks for that.
Do we know how many parcels of land there
Sorry?
are like? Do we know how many parcels of land there are like that in Southwater?
Yeah, not the actual number, but what was happening with the larger developments, the developer had the option of allowing the land to go to Horsham District Council, and those areas of land that went to Horsham District Council would normally play areas. Where there was areas like that, West Sussex took them over, so there could be quite a few that are within Southwater that we need to take a look at and sort of locate and make sure that they're protected, because they probably aren't protected under the neighbourhood plan fully, because there may be other areas that we didn't know about. So, we need to investigate that moving forward.
Ask the question as well.
Yeah.
So, when, I don't know who it was, purchased that land off Horsham District Council, do you think they asked the question whether or not planning permission would be granted on it?
I doubt
And-
it, because they paid a very small amount of money for it.
Okay,
Even if they did, it depends when the development went on, because it's got in perpetuity clause on it, which means it's 80 years. So some of the developers actually put it into a land bank for sort of 30, 40 years and not do anything with it. And this is just a tester to see whether or not it would move forward. These areas of land get sold on quite often at auctions. A parcel of 10 or 12 pieces of land like that a developer has bought very cheap and had it for 10, 15 years. As it gets to the end of the 80-year period, it becomes more able to be developed. So it increases in price. Less time it is before the period ends, it increases in price.
I was just concerned that there's a anticipation, if they're buying it from the council, that the council are going to let it slide through, whereas we need to be on the case to stop those.
That's right, yeah. So we need to know where these areas of land is, and we are doing a review of the neighbourhood plan. If we've missed any of them, we need to pick them up under that review, even if they're owned by other people. I mean, looking at this development, it's a speculative one. It's unlikely that it will move through, but they will keep submitting applications every 5 or 10 years until it gets to a stage where MPPF changes, and what they will do shortly is probably they will put barriers up and various things like that to stop areas of it being used, and then take them down once there's an enforcement notice, and it just creates a picture of, is the land being used or not. I went up to look at it on Sunday, and it's obviously a well-used piece of land and well looked after. But obviously, again, when West Sussex do sell these areas of land off, they don't look after them. So, grass cutting and things like that automatically disappear. So somebody is keeping that area of land under control, whether it's residents or whether it's the developer, I don't know. But it's obviously a picture that's being built for future development.
1237.
Yeah, 1237. Replacement external windows and doors. That's Fox's Close again, isn't it?
It is, it's just the adjoining flats.
Yeah, okay. That should be no objection. Can I have a proposer for no objection? Seconder? It's all in favour? DC 25133433.
1263.
Yeah, 1263, Councillor Stannard. Erection of a timber framed porch.
The report submitted for that was no objection.
Okay, I don't think we need to take a look at that one. Do I have a proposer for that? Seconder? All in favour? Okay, that's carried. DC 251344, Councillor Everard, erection of a first floor side extension. Do you want time to look at that one?
Yeah, so we've been to see them, something brought in. They've already got a utility room on the ground floor. Directly above it is their bedroom, and all they're doing is extending it straight up to put an ensuite onto the bedroom. So
Okay,
it's in keeping with everything else.
okay,
There's
no objection.
no objection.
Okay, seconder for that. All in favour? Okay, that's carried. 251400, Councillor Willis, erection of a two-storey detached dwelling.
Do you want to bring this one up?
I think because we've already submitted it, this is just to ratify the comments submitted under delegated powers. So
This one's an objection in breach of the following SNP policies. SNP 14(1)A, 4-bedroom property, requires 4 parking spaces. This application only shows 2. Due to the nature of Worthing Road, where the vehicle would be entering and exiting from the property, reversing is unacceptable, as it would be dangerous due to heavy traffic flow and the speed vehicles travel down it, plus the limited view of traffic. We did submit images to prove that the visibility was limited. The plot size is insufficient to provide the necessary 4 spaces and a suitable turning area. SNP 16.1, this property would not be in character with surrounding properties which are mostly built in the 1970s. This is a case of overdevelopment using a small garden for a dwelling.
Okay. Block or site plan for that one? Right. One virtually the same as that was approved in York Close about 2 years ago. But we raised an objection on that one, so an objection should take place on this one as well. A proposer for that, please. Seconder. All in favour? Carried. So, objection on the ground stated by Councillor Willis.
That's the house currently, and then there's squeezing another house of similar size into this gap.
Yeah. Just think we ought to be prepared that it stands a chance of getting approved, even though it shouldn't be approved. They have approved ones like that previously. There's one in Station Road that they approved the same as that, and one in York Close in the last 10 years.
Item 12.
Yeah, item 12, planning appeals.
The complaint letter to PINS in relation to the appeal decision for Horsham Golf application of 800 dwellings will be sent this week. More details will be posted on the website. HDC have not withdrawn its local plan and have written to PINS requesting that the inspector review the plan again with further evidence that has been uncovered. This was on the basis that the Planning and Infrastructure Bill removes duty to cooperate from the NPPF, which is the main reason that the inspector found the plan to be unsound. A response is still awaited from PINS.
Thank you. Item 13, District Council decisions. You've all received a copy of that. I think a couple of times they didn't agree with our objections and approved a couple of items, which I'm going to take a look at with Julie next week. Item 14, planning compliance.
No major compliance issues reported.
Okay, thank you very much. Item 15, which is the date of the next meeting, which is the 5th of November 2025. Can I thank you all for your time and trouble?